everyone, it's Kate. So today I'm going to teach you how to make this Suncatcher wind chime. This craft is really great if you have kids of different ages, someone who's younger and someone who's older, because it requires some fine details, but then also some really basic parts just like gluing. So this is a nature craft, so you'll start this craft outside where you'll gather some of your materials, some flowers or leaves to put inside of your Suncatcher, and then the apparatus, the sticks, okay? So the main thing you'll need for this craft is mason jar lids or some sort of circle that is hollow on the inside. There's nothing on the inside, so that acts like a window. Let's get started. So the first part of our wind chime that we're going to make is the Suncatcher. So to make the Suncatcher, you're going to need some white glue, some string, some saran wrap or contact paper, parchment paper, and a mason jar ring. Let's get started. So to start, you need a small square of parchment paper, and we're going to be gluing the nature things that you found outside or in your garden or on your balcony onto the parchment paper. So I start by putting some glue, spreading it out very thin. And then I put my items. Next, I get my saran wrap, just like this, and I put glue on the outer edges. Now it's important to make sure that you're using white glue because that will dry clear. The next thing I do is put this under something kind of heavy just to make it flat. So let's do that. So once our flowers have dried enough, I'm going to flip it upside down. I'm going to take my mason jar ring, put it over, and I'm going to trace. But when I cut it out, I'm going to cut outside the lines of the circle so I have some extra room to glue it down. Now we're going to glue the flower into the ring, and for this we're going to make sure we go shiny, clear side down. So the next thing we do is poke a hole in our flower paper to put a string through. So I like to use a toothpick or the end of a small pair of scissors. Put it down. So if it's not completely dry yet, you can wait a little bit longer, but it will also dry as it hangs. So now let's move on to the rest of our wind chime. For this part, you're going to need the sticks that you collected at the beginning. So you've got your long stick that everything will hang on to, and the smaller sticks to fill the rest of the room in your wind chime. So you can make these look as pretty as you want or as simplistic as you want. What I've done to my large stick is actually wrap some colorful string around. Purple is sort of my theme. And all I did is tie it on to one part and then just wrap it and wrap it until I've got a nice solid color block, just like this. And for my filler sticks, I painted them white and I let that dry, and then I put some more colors. It's a good idea to paint it white so that your colors show up nicer. And then another thing I've done is beaded some string, just like this, to make a little bit of extra noise. And I'm going to tie that onto one of my sticks, right where I've kind of got the small twig sticking out. Just like this. So now it just looks a little bit cooler. Now let's attach everything in our wind chime. So here is our wind chime hanging outside, all ready to go. I like to put it in a sunny spot so the light hits the flowers that we've put inside the sun catchers. This craft is actually really great because you can still use these mason jars because we've only used white glue. So if the seasons change and the inside of your mason jar lid starts to turn brown, you can take these out, and if it's fall, you can collect some fall leaves on the ground and repeat this part of the craft. And you can also save the contents and press them in a book so you have a memory of the year or time of year that you made it. So I hope you enjoy this craft. I hope you like the noise it makes, and remember, you could always add your own touch to this to make more noise, like bells or pop taps, really anything you like. So enjoy, and thanks!